How does spring preload affect handling? Have you ever wondered how NASCAR cars manage to grip the track so well, especially during tight turns? One key factor behind this impressive handling is spring preload. Let's break down how this concept plays a vital role in the performance of NASCAR vehicles. Spring preload refers to the initial compression applied to a spring when it is fully extended. This means that a certain amount of force is needed before the spring starts to move. In the world of NASCAR, where every detail counts, adjusting spring preload can greatly influence how a car behaves on the track. When we talk about preload, we are essentially setting a threshold for how the spring will react. Until this threshold is reached, the spring stays put. This characteristic can significantly impact how a car responds during various driving situations, like cornering or braking. Adjusting spring preload also allows teams to control the ride height of the car. This is important because maintaining the right ride height helps prevent excessive droop. Droop is the downward movement of the suspension when the car is either stationary or under load. Keeping the ride height optimal is essential for consistent handling. Now let's discuss the effects on handling. When preload is increased, it can lead to immediate load transfer to the outside tires during cornering. This can be beneficial, especially for heating up tires quickly, which is crucial with harder tire compounds. However, if not managed correctly, it could also lead to handling issues. Properly adjusted preload helps keep the tires in contact with the ground, which is vital for traction. In NASCAR, maintaining speed and control through corners is everything. If the preload is set just right, it can make a significant difference in how well the car grips the track. Another aspect to consider is suspension travel. The amount of preload affects how much of the suspension's travel is utilized. Too much preload can restrict the suspension's ability to absorb bumps, leading to a rough ride and less grip. On the flip side, too little preload might cause the car to bottom out, which can also hurt handling. In practical terms, NASCAR teams frequently adjust spring preload as part of their suspension setup. This adjustment is made to optimize handling based on the specific conditions of the track and the behavior of the car. For instance, different tracks may require different preload settings due to variations in surface roughness and cornering demands. A bumpy track might need less preload to keep the tires in contact, while a smoother track could benefit from more preload for added stability. In summary, spring preload is a fundamental aspect of NASCAR suspension systems. It influences how cars handle by affecting load transfer, traction, and suspension travel. By carefully adjusting preload, teams can fine-tune their car's performance to meet the challenges of each unique track.